Hello there, and then welcome to a brand new lesson. This is Half Beyond Numbers, where we learn maths the easy way. Now, in this lesson, which we are still on surds, we're actually looking at how to approximate surd expressions. How to approximate surd expressions. Now, looking at all that we have solved so far, if you work with surd expressions, you leave your final answer still in the sets because we do not want to use a calculator to evaluate them. We want them as they are. But this time around, you'll be given the approximated value of some basic surd expressions. So as you see over here, we have all these values here. And what we want to do is, based on what we have been given, we also want the approximated values of other expressions that can be expressed in terms of what we have been given. You see, so it's like you've been given some values, and based on those values, we are approximating other said expressions as well. How do we go about them? If you have any question as this form, the most important thing you need to do is to try your best to simplify the expression. You see, so you manipulate it until all the sets are reduced to their basic given terms. Okay. Then afterwards, you do your substitution. So without much I say or do, let's quickly look into this example as you see on your screen here. So we have the square root of 48. And by now, looking at all that we've done, you should be able to simplify this. How do we do it? We know, or we try our best to look for the perfect square that is also a factor of 48. And what is that? It's 16. So we have 16 times 3. You see? So 16 times 3. And evaluating 16 times 3, we have 4 root 3. And I do hope you know why we are getting that, because the square root of 4, the square root of 16 gives us this 4 over here. And since the 3 is not a perfect square, we still leave it in the surd or in the under the radical sign. So with this done, we now come back here. And as you can see, we have already been given approximated value of root 3. So we come and then do our substitution here. Take note, the operation you have here is actually multiplication. You see, so in other words, we have 4 times the square root of 3, which we are saying is what? 1.732. You see, and if you have to multiply this, what are you going to get? You're going to get a 6.928. You see, now we're asked to write it to 2 decimal places, towards 2 decimal places. So to finalize our answer, what we are going to say is that it simply implies that the square root of 48, which is what we are solving for, this over here, is approximately what? 6.93, and that is in 2 decimal places, right? Decimal places, as you see over here. So in actual sense, approximating sets is very, very simple and easy, right? Let's take some few more examples to just enhance our understanding. So this is what we have here, and it says we have to find the square root of 98, then minus 2 root 8. You see, so how do we go about it? And we have to leave our answer in 3 decimal places. So as I said, anytime you have these and you want to or find the approximated values, you simplify. Okay, so we would have to simplify our root of 98. Now we know root of 98 can be written as the square root of, so the perfect square that is a factor of 98 is actually 49. So 49 times 2, which gives us root of 49, then times root of 2. And root of 49 on the other hand gives us a 7. So we have 7 root 2. You see. Then we come to the next one, which was actually 2 root 8. It becomes 2 times root 8. The perfect square, that is a factor of 8, is 4. So 4 times 2. So we have 2 times root 4 times root 2. Root 4, on the other hand, gives us a 2. So we have 2 times 2 times root 2. Simplifying, we have what? 4 root 2. So this simply implies that the question we were given, that is the root of 98 minus 2 root 8, we have been able to simplify the root 98 as what? 7 root 2. So we have 7 root 2, then minus your 2 root 8 became 4 root 2. You see, very, very simple. After which, since the coefficients are the same, since the said expressions are the same, we can now evaluate the coefficient. So that becomes 7 minus 4 root 2. 7 minus 4 gives us a 3. So we have our 3 root 2. And this is where we do our substitution. So we know what the square root of 2 is, as we were given already in the question. So we have 3 times the square root of 2, which was given as 1.412. Multiplying 3 by 1.412, we have a 4.242. Now take note, we're told to write it to 3 decimal places. You see, as you see over here, 3 decimal places. So if you want to write it in 3 decimal places, it simply implies that the question that we were given, which was the square root of 98 minus 2 root 8, is approximately 4.242, and it's actually already in 3 decimal places, right? So 3 decimal places, and that is all. You see, so just follow the instructions. If you want to approximate a set, right, simplify the sets to their what? Least, after which you now do your appropriate substitution. So this is how far this lesson is going to get now. So you have 4 questions here. You can just try your hands on to test your understanding. You've been given the value of root 2, root 3, and then root 10. You see, and you are using them to approximate these 4 questions. Take note, simplify before you substitute to evaluate. If you have any issue of concern, you can always let me know at the comment section. This have your numbers. If this is your first time and you do want to be notified, that is, if you so do wish, you can choose to subscribe so that anytime I release a video, you'll be notified as well. Stay blessed and bye for now.